Here in this video, I'm going to give you my honest review of the Simple Traffic Blueprint. How useful of a tool is it that you can actually use to implement certain processes that can actually help you get started with creating your own online business? I'm sure you have so many questions. What is it a good product? Is it beginner friendly? Among other questions. Well, I'm about to answer them all here in this video. Hi, my name is Peter and welcome to the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel. And here in this video I'm going to go through a detailed overview of the Simple Traffic Blueprint. I'm going to give my honest opinions and review of the platform and show you how easy it is to implement the steps and literally just give you an overview of what you can get out of it and how useful it will be to actually help you grow your own business. So that way then you can make a decision as to whether or not it's going to be something that's going to be useful for you or not moving forward. So before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be made aware of future content, and feel free to share the video. And if you have any comments or questions regarding this review, make sure to drop a comment down below. And make sure as well to check out that first link in the description and the pinned comment to grab the link to this blueprint if you want to check it out for yourself. So what is the Simple Traffic Blueprint? And how useful of a tool is it for you to get started online? Well, it's a 30-step action implemented course that will actually help you to follow along with in an easy to study and follow fashion that will actually get you up and running with trying to figure out all the nuts and bolts of trying to get started with creating an online business for yourself. Even if you're an absolute beginner, if you've virtually no experience with, say, setting up a YouTube channel or trying to figure out how to drive traffic or using keyword research, there's more than enough information here on this blueprint that will actually guide you through the process step by step to get you started very, very quickly. I myself have actually been using this process here to grow my channel, and I've been using it for a while now, and I'm seeing very good results now. And it's allowing me to build up a lot more confidence in myself. I'm starting to understand things way better than what I did had I been just left alone to do my own thing. Because until I found this product myself a while back, I was like a lot of you guys that are here watching this video. I was stumbling through different things, buying different products, shiny objects, spending a ton of money that I wasn't really sure of what I was doing, and I wasted a lot of money thinking that these processes and these platforms were going to help me. Some of them were good, some of them definitely not so good. I'm not going to deny that. Some of them will promise you, make you give you silly promises, saying that you will start to see results straight away, but the processes that they taught right are outdated, or some of them could be quite dangerous. So you just always have to be aware of that. And the problem is when you're coming into this process or into this area as a newbie, you're completely oblivious to that, just like I was. And you need something to be able to guide you along. And the whole point of this review, and even by me here speaking to you, is to hopefully give you some idea of things to avoid so that you can actually just focus on the actual steps that you need to take to get up and running quickly. Avoid all those unusable programs, avoid all the fluff, all the BS, and none of that. This process here from this blueprint here will actually guide you through those steps, and it's very, very easy to follow along with, even for a complete newbie. And the best thing about it is, like I said, it's a 30-step action plan. It's a video course that will actually teach you what you need to do. You can do it at your own pace, in your own time. There's no rush, there's no marathon or sprint based on how quickly or how slowly you want to do things. You do it as and when it suits you, and you can implement the steps how you see fit. So that's how I actually got started. I was in the same boat. And then when I found this here, I just started implementing the steps, and easily it's been one of the best things, if not the best thing I've ever done regarding trying to set up an online business. And the best thing about it as well, once I got access to this course, it also gave me access to the course creator, which is Philip Bowerman. And by implementing the steps here, I've had access to Philip as well. Philip will actually help you because he helped me, and it's actually led me to go on to be one of Philip's full-time coaching students, where he helps me out on a daily basis if I have any questions, or if there's something that I want to implement, or something even I'm not sure of. I can just reach out to Philip, and straight away he can tell me within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and tell me, this is the step that you have to take. This is what you have to do. And it all started from this blueprint. That's how great it actually is. And you don't get that with other programs or pieces of software out there. Yes, there is decent marketers out there. Some of them will help, but not. You don't get the same level of feedback or help that you get with this platform here. It's immense and it's ideal. Like I said, even regardless of your skill level, whether you're a beginner or you're intermediate or something, there's always something that you'll be able to learn, and you will actually learn a lot from this here. I'm sure you're wondering, a lot of questions are going around trying to figure out, well, is this program actually good for me? Is it good for a beginner? Will it actually help me get the results that I want? Yes, it will. But at the same time, I will stress that it's not going to guarantee overnight results. That actually doesn't exist. That was the one mistake I actually made, like a lot of people out there when I first started out. I thought that by doing A, B, and C and just let it run and boom, that was it. It doesn't work like that. I found that out the hard way. I imagine like a lot of you have too. But this here program gives you a really good and solid foundation to actually show you what you actually need to do. And you realise that you just need to work at it. You need to rinse and repeat. You need to show up every day and just do a little bit of work. As long as you're willing to do the work and remain consistent, there's no doubt that you're actually going to see results in time. Some people see it a lot quicker than others. Like you mentioned, like I'm part of Philip Bowerman's coaching group, and there's a few of us in the group, and some of the guys are seeing insane results after only a couple of weeks. Some of them after a couple of months, and they're on the verge of making a full-time living on it now, which it shows that this actually works. And the added benefit of us with this blueprint is once I had access to it and I signed up, I actually had the privilege of actually meeting Philip in person. He came all the way from Scotland to come over to meet me in Dublin, because I live in Ireland. And he actually took his own time, spent his own money, got a flight, came straight over, and actually met me in person to reassure me that if I follow these steps and just follow what he's teaching and actually implement what he mentions and just follow along with the plans and the processes in this blueprint, that I will start to see results. And truthfully, he wasn't wrong. It's been one of the best things, in my opinion, that I've ever actually done. Because if I had to just ignore what he had said and just kept trying to do things the way I was doing it, I'd still be stuck. I'd still be lost. But by implementing the steps that he showed me, and actually by reaching out to him and actually asking for help and him helping me, I've seen more results in only a couple of months than it would have taken me years to do on my own. And I probably still would never have seen the level of results that I actually am getting now. And it's the same for other guys in the group. So I can guarantee if it works for me, if you were to sign up for this, it will work for you too. So what I'll quickly do is I'm going to just jump into the computer real quick, and I'm just going to walk you through the steps. I'll just give you a sneak peek at some of the features that the platform, that the course has to offer, and I'll just talk you through some of the phases that you need to be aware of when you're actually wanting to implement certain features in that. So I'll jump into the computer and we get started. So first off, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the Simple Traffic Blueprint sales page. And here, Philip he walks you through the simple steps of what's entailed within the platform. So even if you watch this video...
Hi guys, my name is Philip Bowerman and welcome to the Simple Traffic Blueprint. In this short video, I want to explain to you exactly what the Simple Traffic Blueprint is and how this beginner-friendly strategy can help you make your first commission online. The strategy I will reveal to you today is the simplest, most bare-bone and practical way for you to start building a second income online, and it requires the least amount of technical skills you can imagine, and it requires the least amount of startup capital, and it comes with a 30-day ironclad money-back guarantee. You see, the problem for you that you are facing right now as a beginner affiliate marketer is that you have no clear blueprint or guidance of where to go and what to do. There are too many implementation strategies and you just do not understand how all the pieces fit together. And so you get bogged down with information overload, and in desperation you end up buying lots of shiny objects, useless software and apps you don't actually need because they do not generate any traffic, leads or sales for you.
So yeah, as you go through that video, he's going to explain to you what this product actually will provide you with. And it's a straight cut bare bones essential practice that literally will show you how to implement the specific steps that he mentions in that video of how you can actually get started quickly and easily with setting up your own business, that you don't have to worry about all the unnecessary fluff or BS that usually comes with other types of programs and so forth, that this here will actually help you get you on the right path. And as I mentioned previously, this is actually the step-by-step structure that I actually have been using to grow my business, so I know that this actually works, and Philip really demonstrates that here. So as you go through the sales page, make sure to take note of all the information. So everything that's here, it definitely is true, because he is true to his word when it comes to what he's trying to implement here. So as you're going through the sales page here, Philip actually breaks it down into simple steps that you can literally follow along with, that you can actually implement very, very quickly and easily, that you can, it will show you actually how you can actually create an honest and upfront online business where you will be able to produce valuable information and quality content with honesty, integrity and transparency, because that's the way Philip teaches his processes. And essentially, when you're setting up your business, ideally you'll be looking to do the same, because you want to build trust with the individual people that you're looking to potentially get involved with further in the line. So again, just go through the sales page here, and it does give you an awful lot of information of things to actually be aware of that you should actually know. So even as he goes through here, like the trap a lot of newbies fall into. So read through this here, because I know myself, like when I was starting out, I fell into this, and Philip himself will even mention as well that he fell into this trap as well when he was starting out. So he gives you on this page his overview and some of his experiences and background as to what allowed him to get started with this business and what has led him to the point of creating this product, the Simple Traffic Blueprint. So again, just be sure to look through as much of this sales page as you possibly can, and just absorb as much information as you need to give you a clear indication as to whether you think it's actually going to be a viable option for you or not. So he does break it down into different topics and so forth here that you just should be aware of. It just clearly gives you loads of overviews and insights of what you need to actually implement when you're looking to get started. Because essentially you'll be using this method, but you'll be using YouTube to create and drive the traffic that you need for your business, for your offers and so forth. And again, this course here will actually show you how to implement all those strategies so that you can get started. So again, just keep going through the sales page, and like I said, just take a note of everything that you have here, and that way then it'll help you reaffirm whether it's going to be a good decision, whether you want it or not. So again, if you're scrolling down through the page here are some testimonials from some of the rest of the guys that are inside Philip's personal one-to-one coaching group. And a lot of these guys like myself are actually starting to see results on the work that we're doing at the minute. So it clearly states and it shows that this product actually does do what it says it does, and it will actually help you get started. But again, even if you don't have to take my word for it, you can just check out the page here, and again, just check over the testimonials, because it's definitely positive all around. And again, it just goes through even the likes of the prices as well, which is only like very, very small, which is only $14.99. Considering what you're actually getting, it really is a no-brainer. You will definitely get so much value out of the money that you spend here. You probably would have spent money on other courses in the past where you would have spent double or triple the amount of this, and you would never have gotten the value that you actually would have gotten. And then you look back and you think to yourself that you've wasted your money. At least with this here, $14.99, you're not breaking the bank, and the value that you get in here is incredible, and you definitely won't feel like you've wasted your money. So again, just go through the whole process of just checking out the page and just taking in as much information as you can. And even here, you see like the added bonuses and so forth that Philip will also include once you purchase the program. You gain access to a lot of this stuff as well. And you will also gain personal access to have contact with Philip as well directly. So you will be able to reach out to him at different points if you're stuck with the program and you're not really sure how to implement something. Philip will actually respond and actually give you the guidance that you need to actually help you move forward, so that you can just keep moving and get done what you need to get done. Plus, as a bonus to that as well, he also gives you free access to a 12-step affiliate action plan that he also has called Taking Action Online. And you will get access to 12 steps from that. And again, it goes through even further processes of showing you how to implement other strategies as well if you're wanting to grow your businesses in other areas as well. So even for that alone, it's definitely worth the price to be paid to actually have a look and to gain access to that also. And then you'll also get access to the Inner Circle group on Facebook, and I'm part of the group myself, and it is a very, very highly engaged group where Philip himself does actually engage on a daily basis, and he answers questions and queries that people have, and he always gives back high quality and valuable information that actually will help people understand what they need to do. So it's definitely a worthwhile option if you're thinking of having a look, or if you just know that you're fed up of looking at different areas and you've been trying different things that hasn't worked. Definitely feel free to give this a shout as well, because unlike other products in the past, this is one that actually really is 100% guaranteed that will work as long as you're willing to put in the work and be consistent with it. And even if you're still not sure, be sure to jump down here to the frequently asked questions and just check these out as well, just to reassure your idea. And definitely feel free to check it out. Okay, so here we are on the interface for the Simple Traffic Blueprint. And as you can see, it's a 30-step lesson course that's very, very easy for users or beginners that don't have much experience to actually get started. So when you do sign up, ideally what you want to do is you want to set up the introduction video and just watch it through to the very end, as you'll get an introduction to Philip Bowerman himself, and he'll actually be able to tell you exactly what it is that you actually need to do.
Hi guys, my name is Philip Bowerman and welcome to the Simple Traffic Blueprint. The purpose of this training is to show you a streamlined, bare-bone and practical way for you to generate traffic, leads and sales to your affiliate offers, squeeze pages and blog posts via YouTube. No experience is needed here, and this training will guide you through the entire process.
So just watch through the whole introductory video, because he will actually walk you through what's actually going to be used in the course as you go through it, and to make sure that you follow through all the steps. Because as long as you follow through the steps and do what's required, you will start to see results. You'll be able to get your YouTube channel and whatever other content you want created up and running very quickly. And it's just a case of just doing everything in a step-by-step process and just do things one step at a time. So after you've done that intro video, let's go through. I'm just going to quickly walk you through different phases that you have to watch through. So again, here you're just in the introductory phase. So again, each one of these here is just a separate video. It'll take you to a separate page with a separate video on it. Again, it will give you a brief overview of the strategies that are going to be implemented so that you can actually start and do what you need to do. So make sure to listen to the videos, watch them a few times if you have to, and just read through all the guidelines and the steps, and it will actually help you get up and running very quickly. And the cool thing about it is as well is even from the dashboard here, you can still jump in and out of different sections and different videos from within the video that you've clicked on as well. So when you go through those areas, you can still jump onto, if you're ready to get started, you can literally just jump into the get started section, and Philip will provide you a video showing you exactly what you need to do to get started. So ideally when you sign up to the course, the whole process is to obviously get going. So he'll walk you through from what you need to do from the start before you've actually set anything up. Clearly what you need to do is you need to have some form of an idea in your head of what type of content you want to create and provide to people to provide value. And this course will show you how to do that, because the main thing that you want to be aware of is that when you're starting out, you don't want to go out with the intention of just saying, oh, I just want to sell. People will quickly cop on to what you're trying to do, and they won't trust you, because they'll say, oh, this is just another guy just trying to just make more quick buck and that's it. People ideally want to follow you if they're going to follow you because you're providing them with value. You're being able to help them with an issue that they have, and you want to provide value first and foremost. That's the most important thing you need to do when you're coming in online. If you're coming in online with the sole intention just to make money straight off the bat, then clearly you need to take a step back and readjust your mindset, because it doesn't work like that. There is no quick fix. There is no push button software that you can literally make tens of thousands overnight. It doesn't actually work. All these processes take time and dedication and consistency. And you have to, like I said, you have to be willing to show up every single day and do whatever needs to be done in order to move your business and move yourself forward as a person. Because as you're growing your business, you're going to find that you're going to get a lot more confident in what you're doing. You're going to gain so much more confidence in your beliefs and in yourself. And you're actually going to know more about yourself as a person. You're going to learn things and realize that you can do things that you didn't think were possible. And as long as you can stay consistent with that and come out of your comfort zone and say, you know what, I'm going to give this a try and actually do this, you'll be amazed at how quickly the results will just start to just appear. That's what happened with me. And other guys, like I said, in the one-on-one coaching group that I'm part of as well, have started to see insane results over the last couple of months. And it works. You just have to know what it is that you actually want to do and put your own spin on it and what you want to bring to the table. So when you're going through the course, he goes through different processes here. I'm just going to quickly go through these here. So he goes through different phases of, one of the first things you need to do is choosing a niche. So ideally, when you're wanting to provide value, best thing to do really is to provide some sort of value on an area that you have expert knowledge on, or a really good form of knowledge on, but also something that you're passionate about as well. That's the key thing, because if you're passionate about something, it's so much easier for you to actually talk about it and give that information. You won't think of it as a chore. You won't be looking at it, oh, do I really have to do this? No, because the thing is, you'll be that passionate about it, you'll be excited to talk about it. And that's ideally what you want to do, because if you can provide and show that excitement and that enthusiasm towards your audience that you're trying to engage with, they will see that and they will engage back with you and be like, this guy knows his stuff. He actually really is into what he's doing. I actually like this guy and I like his angle on these things. So you'll find that that's how you'll start getting your followers. So ideally, that's what you want to try and do. Like, even for myself, when I first started out doing all this, the one thing I've actually learned, and I've learned a lot about myself in the last 2 years, is I actually really love being able to teach people stuff. If I know something, or if I've gotten really good at something, I don't see the point in keeping that knowledge to myself, because it's of no benefit. I'd rather go out there and show somebody how to do it. And I get so much satisfaction by being able to teach people and show them exactly what I know, and then seeing them get the results. It's an amazing feeling to see that you can impact someone else's life and show them the steps, because there is a lot of people that don't know what to do in terms of whatever those ideas are. But if you have that knowledge, put it out there, bring it to the table and show them how to do it, because they will thank you for it later. And they'll reach out to you, they'll engage with you, they'll find out more about you. And if you have more stuff to sell, or if you're promoting something, they're going to be more liable to buy from you, because they're going to be able to trust you, because then they'll know that you're only providing value on topics or products that you know are viable, that are worthwhile and that are legit, and they're going to trust you. So that's ideally what you want to do. So by following these steps in this course, Philip is going to actually provide you with all those ideas. So he's going to go through different phases and parts of choosing a niche, because you have to break it down into certain steps. You kind of do need to come at it, like I said, from a point where you do need to understand what it is that you're actually interested in. Pick something that you're passionate about. Don't try and say, oh, I'll try this and see how it goes. That won't work. You'll quickly get bored, from my experience, because I made that mistake as well when I was starting out too. Just pick something that you're passionate about and just use your knowledge based around that to actually provide the value, and put your own little spin on it, and put your own little bit of personality into it. And you'll find that by implementing these steps here on this blueprint, that it's actually going to show you how to actually do that and do it the right way. That will that will allow you to see the results that you want to see. So again, as you're going through the processes here, when you go onto these other websites, he's actually going to show you even how to build a website. Because not only will you have to, say, get set up with creating your own YouTube channel, you also have to build some form of a website, which Philip will show you how to implement the simple steps of how to build like a simple...
Right guys, Philip here again, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create your hosting and set up your website.
So he's going to walk you through the process of actually how to do all those things that he's just mentioned. The reason being for that is because you're going to need a central hub to actually drive your traffic to from your YouTube videos, so that you can actually get email sign-ups, so that you can promote to people at a later date. So that if you be promoting something, like say you could end up being promoting the Simple Traffic Blueprint in the future as well, and if you're wanting to do that, you're going to need to be able to figure out a way to get people onto some form of a page so that you can entice them to want to buy. So again, Philip's going to go through this process here in these videos. So again, he's just going to show you how to quickly set up a website. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It'd be just like all you'll be doing even is just setting up a simple one-page website. And he will walk you through the process of what you need to do. So then when you go through other steps, he'll even go on to then setting up your YouTube channel. And he will walk you through that process as well. So again, just watch these videos and he will give you an individual structured step-by-step process to actually follow, to actually get started. And the best thing is when you follow these steps, a lot of this to get started out is, apart from the price of the program itself, to set up a YouTube channel is free. You can use, for setting up websites, you can use some alternatives, but ideally you will have to invest a little bit more money as time goes on to be able to actually have a foundation there to actually build, because it will lead you into building more websites, more structured content. So you'll need to have certain investments in place, like buying an email autoresponder, because you'll need a way to send emails. So you'll learn all that as you go through the course, and like again, Philip will walk you through everything that you need to implement, so that you have a solid idea of what you need to do. Like he'll walk you through how to set up your email structure. He'll show you how to add finishing touches to your websites, and he'll do a reflection phase showing you the points of where you've gotten to this point and what you should be aware of. And he'll even go through the purpose behind your content, like I mentioned, what you want to provide, that you want to provide value first and foremost, and how to engage with your potential followers and so forth. And then eventually he'll move on to keyword research, because keyword research is going to be vital, which uses what's called SEO. You're going to need to implement that, because with your YouTube videos, in order to get them to rank, you need to use specific keywords in your titles and your descriptions and your tags on your videos, so that your videos will actually rank in YouTube search or even related videos, so that your videos will pop up on other feeds. And you'll need that, and even you'll use the same similar steps for even trying to rank your website on Google as well. And again, Philip will walk you through the whole process here with the research, the content research, etc. And then when you've gotten all those foundations actually set up, once you've got your website built and your YouTube channel up and running, then the next point, then what he's going to do is he's actually going to run you through the process of picking a product to promote. And he'll actually walk you through the process of which is the best type of affiliate networks to check out if you want to promote a product. Like there's a number of them. There's ClickBank, there's Warrior Plus, there's JVZoo. ClickBank would be, out of the three, ClickBank would be the best of a lot of them. But again, Philip will walk you through the process and he'll actually make it very clear of what products that you should promote and products that you definitely should not promote. Because at the end of the day, you want to build a business, but you want to build it in a legitimate way that you come across as being trustworthy. You don't want to come across as being negative or like scammy, like as if you're constantly trying to sell products that are going to hinder you rather than help you grow. But again, Philip will actually walk you through these whole processes. So then you come on to the planning phase as well. So he's going to structure everything out in a step-by-step plan. So exactly what you need to do, how you drive traffic, how you actually will use all these steps to start gaining leads and potentially sales. So again, you just watch these videos here and even read all the text as well. Absorb as much information as you possibly can so that you can have a clear understanding to figure out what it is that you need to do. So again, when you're going through all these here, be sure to watch the videos as well. And even if you have to, watch them a few times over, just because it may be a case that the first time you've actually watched it, it may not click straight away, you may not understand it, but if you watch it a few times over and give yourself time, even if you have to take a couple of days, come back to it with a fresh pair of eyes and then have a look at it again, and eventually things will start to make sense. So as you're going through, he's going to show you then how to set up your SEO, how to set up your keywords. And then what he's actually going to do, he's going to show you the steps of what you actually need to do to record the video. Now, not everybody's going to like really getting on camera, but you don't have to put your face on camera in order to implement these steps. That's the really good thing about following this process here on this Simple Traffic Blueprint. When I first started out with my YouTube channel, I was the same. I was a bit reluctant to put myself on camera because I just wasn't that comfortable at that time. And I knew myself, I wanted to do it, but I needed to build up that confidence in order to do so. But the best way to do it was just to get in and just create a video, even if it was only just your recording screen, which is what I did for my first few videos. And eventually, as time went on, you build up the confidence of yourself, where I realized I got to a point, I was like, right now I can actually start putting myself on camera, and boom, before I knew it, I was flying. And now anytime I think of an idea for a really cool video or something that I'm thinking of, I'm nearly itching to get the camera just to start recording, because I know when I have it in my head I need to do it, and that's just it. And it's funny, by implementing these steps, once you figure all this out, this is how exciting it actually gets, because you will actually get to that. You'll be like a child in a candy shop. You'll be like, oh, just want to do stuff, and you'll find that you'll have so much energy and enthusiasm to get stuff done, and it gets exciting and a little bit addictive, if I must admit. But it's a good way to be, because it shows that you have enthusiasm, and it means that you actually want to grow. And like I said, and I keep stressing, follow the steps here, and it will definitely lead you down that path. So again, as we're going through the video here, Philip is going to show you different methods that you can actually use to record your videos. You can use, say, screen recording software, and he uses what's called Screencast-O-Matic, which is free to use. You can upgrade to a paid platform, but the paid platform is very, very cheap. Like the Screencast-O-Matic the price is so low. Like when you upgrade, it's like literally $10 per year, which is virtually for nothing. So there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't at least give it a go. Or if you're still not fully inclined with that, you can mix that with likes of Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint if you have that, and just create slides and just put informational tips on the videos, and then just walk you through the process like as if you're talking through like bullet points on your videos. But again, Philip will show you all that here through these videos. So like I said, make sure to go all through this list of videos, follow along with everything that's here, and once you've done recording your videos, he will show you how to upload your video to YouTube, and then obviously to do all the research and put all the stuff that you've done up to this point into your video, so that you can do keyword rich descriptions and create like helpful information in your descriptions, etc., so that people can actually see what you're trying to do, and that'll actually help your videos to rank on YouTube. And then he goes into the next step then, which is to finish off designing your landing page that you're going to actually use to drive traffic to the product that you're actually promoting. You're going to build your landing page around the product that you're looking to promote and sell. So again, he's going to walk you through this process here.
Okay, so in this module here, we're going to start designing our landing page to make it look beautiful and also connect it to our autoresponder so we can start collecting email leads.
Yeah, so you just follow along with this video here, and he's going to, like I said, walk you through the process. Each video on this blueprint is a process to follow. And like I said, you just take it at your own time, do it at your own pace, and eventually when you get comfortable with everything, then you can start implementing these steps. Then when you get to the end of it, you have the conclusion section at the very end. So it's literally just a case where Philip's just going to show you what loose ends to tie up, what things you need to be aware of, and if you have forgotten something, to go back and implement whatever steps you might have missed. And then literally just he goes through the process of when you do start this up, because the key thing about doing this here is you need to think long term. So you need to be willing to think 6 to 12 months ahead with this, and you need to be willing to work every day, even for a point where you're not making any money, because that's how you build a business. Because there's no guarantees that you're going to make money straight away, but as long as you're willing to put in the steps and show up every day and provide value, there is a highly good chance that you will start to see results before long. And he stresses that in these videos. So he just tells you what you need to be aware of and what to do. And he also goes through to a point, do you have what it takes? And like it stresses, like what I previously mentioned, you have to know really what it is that you want. And if it is something that you do really want, you have to be willing to go after it. No questions asked. You have to say to yourself, right, I want this because I'm sick of living the life that I've been living. I really want to change things. And he stresses that so much in these videos. Then he just goes through the final conclusion, just overview of everything you've done up to this point, and then pretty much then once you've done that, you pretty much have everything. You should have everything set up and ready to go. Right. So you're probably wondering, once you've actually finished through the training program, where do I actually go from here? Because I've done all the steps, I've gone through all the processes that need to be done. And yes, it will get you the foundation that you need to quickly create and start up your own online business. But eventually you'll get to a point where you need other processes in order when you find yourself that you're wanting to grow. You're going to need other avenues to actually have a look at so that you can scale up your business and try to figure out more other avenues or even work on other projects in the future. So by having access to the simple traffic blueprint, it will also open up the opportunity for you to upgrade your training as well to Philip's other training program called Taking Action Online. And this is a monthly premium paid platform where it actually goes through step by step, and it actually goes a lot more in depth than the simple traffic blueprint. It actually breaks everything down into more specific topics that when you're starting out that you'll actually be able to gain a lot more leverage, and it will actually give you a way to figure out how to do things in a more clearer way. So it'll allow you to advance a lot further on your goals and your business ideas, etc. So it's literally, it breaks it down into a 20-step action plan. And as you can see here, as I'm going through the process, as going through the screen here, each one actually shows you, each step will actually break down multiple kind of areas, even to a point that you can, when you click into one of them, it actually breaks it down like the simple traffic blueprint. It has its own segment of video tutorials that you can actually watch from scratch. So each section has its own little introductory video, but then as you go through, you can clearly see that it has its own variation of tutorials, etc., that you can actually follow. And this will actually help you to advance further in your online journey. So as you go through each process, make sure to watch every single video throughout these steps, because again, it gives you a clear step-by-step process to actually follow, like the simple traffic blueprint. But follow these steps individually, and like previous section, make sure to watch the videos multiple times so that you can actually figure out what to do. And there's always like a reflection or regroup phase at the end of every couple of sections to kind of regroup, and so you can take note of the steps that you've actually implemented and see how far you've gotten. So again, this is just another feature that you can later upgrade to if you feel that you want to progress further from the simple traffic blueprint, and leverage this to actually allow you to grow your business further. So now I've given you a brief overview of the structure of the simple traffic blueprint and how it can be useful to you to actually understand what it is that you need to get use out of to actually start your own online business. I'm sure you've still got other questions regarding whether you think that it is going to be a good product or so forth. And like the proof is in what I've just shown previously, that it definitely will help you to get started. And for the price of the product, which is as little as $15, which is virtually nothing, considering what you would spend that money on a daily basis, like on lunches, etc. This here, for the little money that you would spend, you can consider it a long-term investment that will actually help you to actually get started. And eventually then it will lead you on to progressing and upgrading at a later stage when you feel comfortable and when you feel ready to actually do so. But at least by getting started here, it will give you that option. And like I said, and like I mentioned earlier in the video as well, by actually purchasing the simple traffic blueprint, it will actually open up the doors to actually upgrade at a later point when you feel ready to do so, to Taking Action Online, or even to some of some of the other products that Philip creates, such as the advanced traffic blueprint, and even access to the digital nomad group at some point in the future if you feel like that you're ready to do so. And he has other projects working in the pipeline as well, so they'll be coming out at a later date too, that will also help you streamline your business more effectively as time goes on. So watch out for that in the future, because they'll be coming fairly quickly. So hopefully now that has actually convinced you to really think about where it is that you're currently at on your online journey, and whether this is something that you can actually utilize to actually help you even just get started and just create something and just get moving. And if you're still on the fence about it, at least just take the time to go through the sales page and just have a look at the research, just research the other reviews, and even just go through this video in general and just try to absorb as much information as you can until you decide whether it's going to be something that's going to be a viable option for you or not. But I have no doubt that you actually will get out of it what you're willing to put in. And as like Philip would say in the videos, as you go through the steps, he urges the people to just rinse and repeat, and to literally just go through the steps and just to show up every day. And I really enjoy Philip's teaching style because it resonates with me really well, because I like to teach in that similar way too. Because he tells it as it is, there's no fluff, there's no BS, there's none of that. And I find that just being straight up and being just direct with people, I find it definitely helps to get the best results, because at least that way people can actually genuinely trust you and know that you're not going to mistreat them or try to sell them something that's not really worthwhile. So if you're just starting out, definitely give the simple traffic blueprint a look. Even if you're a more advanced user, like, it may not be for everybody, But there's definitely something in here, even for people that have been doing marketing for quite a while. There is something in here that they may pick up on that you probably haven't figured out, or it'll actually teach you a way of doing something that you were doing before, but it was taking too long. This will actually help you in some ways to simplify the process so that you can work that a little bit faster, so you have more time to focus on other areas to help you grow more as time goes on. There will definitely be something here, but you'll only know that if you're willing to actually go and have a look at it. And as I said, it will open up other options to other projects that Philip's working on and that he currently has in the works, so that you can invest as time goes on and upgrade your skill levels. And the best benefit of it is as well, even an added bonus, is because I've used this product myself and I have been using it and implementing the steps, I know how to use it now as well effectively, because I'm using it to help grow my business as well. So you'll even have access to me. You can reach out to me at any point as well. If you've purchased the program, I will drop my email down in the description below so that you can reach out to me and I can try and help you as best as I can. We can even arrange like the talk even on Skype if you want to a more detailed face-to-face time, so I can actually get to know you better, you get to know me better, and I can explain to you more of what you need to do. And even on top of that as well, not only will you have access to me, you will still have access to Philip as well, that you can reach out to as well, and he can answer any queries or questions that I can't answer as well. And there'll be no doubt that when you have that much information behind you and people willing to help and support you, that there's no doubt that you will be able to create something and actually allow yourself to grow as an entrepreneur, as a business startup. Anything pretty much you want to create, there will definitely be more than enough that you will actually get something from if you decide to have a look at this blueprint. So make sure to check out that link in the description. I'll leave it down below and just have a look at it and just see what you think of it and see if it is something that genuinely is worthwhile to you, because it's helped me grow my business and I still find myself going back to the steps as well because they're so easy to follow, and it's a perfect foundation to really get up and going and just to build that leverage that you need, so that if you do get stuck, well, how do I do this? So I know where to go back and just say, right, and just build up the steps from there. And it definitely works because I'm using it every single day, and there's no doubt that it will help you as well. So definitely feel free to check it, take a look at it, and check out that link in the description, like I said again, and be sure to see what you think of it. So hopefully you found this review to be helpful and that you understand now the aspects of the simple traffic blueprint, and now it can actually implement, that you can use it to implement the steps that you need to grow your business, and how useful of a tool it will be to actually move you forward in the right direction. And if you have, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Be made aware of future content, as I do provide other videos and tutorials and helpful product reviews as well that can actually help you get a better insight as to what you actually need to be doing as well when you're looking to get started online also. And again, make sure to check out that link in the description and have a look at the simple traffic blueprint and see if it's something that really will appeal to you. And I will see you all in the next one.